How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here with an announcement video for Fire Emblem Heroes. In this video, I'm going to show you guys the top 10 units that I would like you guys to vote for in the upcoming A Hero Rises voting campaign? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna call it. So anyway, welcome to the video. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative, definitely smash the like button and share it, okay? We need to get more people on board with this because at the end of the day, we're all winners because we get a free 5-star unit, but it's up to us as to vote which one it's going to be. So let's take a look a little bit closer. Now, those of you guys that have played Fire Emblem Heroes and are up to date on the Fire Emblem Heroes podcast that we do, or Fire Emblem Heroes in general, you guys know that there is a brand new event called the Hero Rises. Let's take a look. I'll show you guys right over here on the site. We are right here, events.fireemblemheroes.com. This is a Hero Rise, the most popular hero can be yours, right? So what is the event? We all vote within 11 days on which units we want to be units we want to receive for free. That's awesome, right? And then of course, those will be narrowed down to the top 4, and then we all vote again for 4 days. So once the voting is done for that 15, 16 days or whatever, they're gonna be distributed and we're all gonna get one free 5-star hero based off of the heroes that are currently in game. This is not choose your legends, vote for Team Scarlet or some other characters that are not represented. No, these are the units that are in the game. Albeit you can't do Alfonse, Sharena, Anna, Veronica, Bruno, Surtr, Laevatein, or Loki. You can't do any of the original characters in the game, but you can do anyone. So this video is here to inform you. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm going to give you some more information to make a more educated vote rather than throwing away your votes, because when it comes down to it, your votes affect everyone else. Or you guys can just not vote, whatever. All right, so first round is the 1st to the 12th. Second round is going to be 15th to the 19th. Here's how this is going to go. I'm going to give you guys top 10 units, right? And of course, my top 10 is subjective, and I put the question of the day, who are you voting for in the Hero Rises poll? So I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say, and I want to hear why, too. So let me know in the comment section below. So this is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to start from the bottom of my list, and that doesn't mean that they're the worst, but I'm gonna go through it in this way. So keep in mind that when you guys are voting, it will help the community very greatly if you, one, choose a 5-star exclusive unit. I don't want to see none of these people thinking that they're funny, choosing Rees or Rye or nonsense like that. That doesn't help anyone. It's just, you think you're funny? Like you're memeing over here? No, forget that, dude. Nobody likes that. Also, choose someone who's relatively rare, like someone who's not been on a banner for some time. And of course, choose maybe some seasonals, because as we know in the game of Fire Emblem Heroes, once the seasonals are gone, i.e. all of the New Year's characters, all of the Winter's Envoy characters, they're gone out of the gacha for quite some time unless they get revived. So keeping those 3 points in mind, you'll definitely help out the community. And you know what? We're all community based, so help a brother out, right? I digress. So here we go. We're going to start on the bottom of my list personally, and this is subjective. You guys can let me know who you guys think of in the comments. I am going to go for let's see where you're at, and you can see exactly how we do this over here. You can see that a lot of people jump on board, and you can choose any of the colors and you go from there. So my number 10 on our list is going to be Novice Vacationer Summer Corrin. Now, Novice Vacationer Summer Corrin is great in a couple ways. She's the only unit of her type, which is going to be flying and blue tome user. And at the same time, she is a seasonal unit, which means that you can't really get her outside of any of the revival seasonal banners, which we don't know when that's going to be. Of course, Swift Strike is an amazing skill for inheritance. Fortify Flyers is pretty decent. And of course, her Sea Life Tome is okay. I mean, you're not really going to fodder her for that. But the reason why I put her on the list is because she's exclusive to a Flying Blue Mage. If you want to run an all-Flying Emblem Mage core, then she is absolutely one to put on there. So I think that's going to be great. All right, so there is Summer Corrin for you guys. You guys can absolutely vote for it if you want. All right, so next up on my list is we're going into green. Now, a lot of you guys like going into green because there's some really good fodder over here, but you guys guessed it, it's going to be Murmur, not Marmar. It's going to be Murmur. Now, Mur's great. Okay, Mur's a relatively new unit, and at the time of recording, I don't have her. And I'm not doing this in a selfish way, like, oh, well, I don't have this unit, so I'm just going to vote for it. No, I'm not going to do that. Mur's actually a great unit. taking advantage of Dragon Emblem, taking advantage of Flying Emblem. You've got Hone Dragons, which is an exclusive skill in case you want to use a buffing dragons team. Fury 3 is great, but you're never going to sacrifice her for Fury 3 because Hinata's around. Bonfire is amazing, and Great Flame is great. So this is one of the only 5-star exclusive dragons in the game. So I feel that she's amazing. I personally don't have her. That's also one of the reasons too why she's so great. Her defensive stat is awesome. She can be used as a really cool enemy phase tank. Give her a quick riposte 3 and IO's shield, and she's golden, man. I really, really like this unit. So if you guys want to vote for her, go for it. All right, so let's take a look. Rounding up number 8. We're going to show you guys exactly who we want. We're going into red for this one. This one's pretty controversial, I would say so. This brought up a lot of people complaining on message boards and whatnot. So I'm not going to relive exactly what happened, but Aira. So Aira is going to come up on my number 8 slot, simply because she's one of the best sword lords, arguably, in the game. She's super fast. She has great skill inheritance of Swift Sparrow 2. A couple units have it, but I mean, still, in case you don't want to use her in your arena team or just use her as a really, really fast sword lord, you can absolutely give that Swift Sparrow 2 to someone else. Not only that, but she's got her very own exclusive special, Regnal Astra. She's got Aira's Blade, which is her exclusive weapon. And she's just overall a great unit. Her speed stat is through the roof. So if you have her or maybe Mia, then you guys know that she's definitely one of the best red swords in the game, arguably. So there goes number 8, Aira. I like her. I like her a lot. So let's go back. Okay, number 7. We're going to go into greens over here. Number 7, I feel, is going to be a pretty interesting one. Like, I would like for you guys to choose this one, because I feel that she's good. Let me just find her. Okay, so here we go. Voice of Dreams, Gunthra. So Gun over here. Gunthra she's a mediocre unit, okay? She's not as great as, I don't know, just her stat spread is just not the best in the game. It's not super overpowered like Aira is or something like that, but she's pretty decent. She's got some really exclusive skills, such as Chilling Seal, which lowers people's defense and attack. We got Resistance Ploy, which is an amazing skill for inheritance in case you want to give that to someone with really, really high res. I'm looking at you, Julia, and everyone else. Man, that's awesome. Fortress Res is also a way of boosting up her res. She's got Glacies and Blizzard, so yeah, she's pretty good. And not to mention, she's one of the legendaries, so whenever you do get her, you will get one of the wind blessings that you can bestow upon any one of your units in order to score even more arena points and gain more SP and more stat boosts, etc. So not only do you get her, but it's kind of like a 2-for-1. So you're going to get her, you're going to get a blessing, and she has some pretty decent fodder. And those of you guys who have not actually gotten Gunthra from the previous legendary summoning event, now's your opportunity to vote for her. We got a free Fjorm, right? But we didn't get a free Gunthra. A lot of people were complaining about that, but this is the one way of voting for her to get a free Gunthra. So anyway, so yeah, Gunthra makes our number 7 on the list. We're gonna move on to summoning on colorless. Yeah, you guys like doing that. So summoning on colorless over here, I'm gonna go with Brave Lyn. Now, Brave Lyn, believe it or not, I feel that she's gonna be a great unit. Simply because all of you guys that are free to play, you had an opportunity to summon her in the previous Choose Your Legends event, right? Some of you guys may have done it, some of you guys may not have done it. But now we get another opportunity to get another free one. And she's a great unit. Seikei's Blessing allows you to just pretty much get a free fire sweep on all the, like the weapons triangle. It's great. She also has Swift Sparrow 2 in case you wanted to fodder that off to someone. And Attack Smoke 3 is also very good for defensive teams. Draconic Aura, pretty decent, but nonetheless, she's the exclusive horseback archer in the game, and her stat spread is pretty decent. So totally on my list right over there. So Brave Lyn, love it. The enemy. All right, so we're moving on. Moving on to number 5 on my list over here is going to be a pretty decent unit, and the higher we're going up on this list, the better they are in my opinion. So let's take a look at one unit who I really enjoyed in the previous season. Can you guys guess who it is? Right over here, Normal Girl Tharja. This is the Winter's Envoy Tharja. I feel that she is amazing. She's so bulky on both spectrums, and other than Takumi, she's got a very, very good skill of close counter. So that is an amazing fodder skill, not to mention that she also has Vengeful Fighter, which is a very, very awesome skill to inherit as well. And Red Tome Valor, she'll be able to help you raise all of your Red Tome units. I mean, just recently I pulled one of the Mage Ericas that was on a banner, and I've been pairing her up with Taja, and we've been getting, 6 SP per kill, and now that it's double EXP, we're going to get 12 SP. So there's a lot of good stuff going on with that. Not only that, but her Candelabra is a good weapon. It's refinable. Iceberg's really good. And just overall, as an armored unit, she is definitely up there. Whenever I see her in high tier 20 arena, I get a little nervous. Because I've seen the power of this unit. So she is A+ fodder. She's amazing. She's a great fighter. Awesome stat spread. That's why she makes it to my top 5 spot. Okay, so moving on. A lot of you guys have liked this character right over here. This is Brave Ike. Now, Brave Ike is going to be number 4 on my list. Trust me. How can you think that Brave Ike is number 4? How are there even more units that are better than him? Let me tell you, he's really good. And I had a hard time with like my top 3 to 4 units. I had a hard time ranking them. But at the same time, right over here, Steady Breath, that's really what you want. You want that Steady Breath fodder. I'm huge on Dragon Emblem. All the dragons love Steady Breath. And, there's some infantry units that love Steady Breath as well. It's amazing fodder. Beorc's Blessing, you're not going to use that as fodder. It can't be foddered. And Threat and Defense, yeah, it's not so special. You can also use it for Aether fodder, which is great. It's not the Radiant Aether, so this actually can be used in order to help you score even more arena points, in case you want to do it that way. Steady Breath and Aether fodder. I think you're going to need, what, like a 4-star Black Knight in order to make that happen? But hey, we got that Black Knight for free, didn't we? Or sorry, for $4.99. So anyway, he's on my list because 1, he's a great unit. Like, honestly, I use him in Arena Assault all the time. As an axe unit, he's bulky. Steady Breath helps out. You can run him in Tempest Trials, and he'll be fine with Aether. He'll totally get all of his health back, and he'll last a long time in auto battle. So I think he's great. Like I said with Taja, A+ Steady Breath fodder. This is going to be amazing. But there are still a couple units that are a little bit better. Okay, so now we're into the top 3, right? So now we're in the top 3, and this is going to be pretty controversial. And trust me, if I wanted to, I'd put them all on the same level. But I do have to rank some based off of what we have. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Vanguard Legend Ike makes my number 3 spot. Simply because, 1, he's a legendary. He's a brand new announced legendary, okay? That's awesome. Not only are we going to get this legendary Ike, but at the same time, we are going to jump on board and have access to his very awesome skills. Defense Tactic is great. Seal Attack and Defense is awesome. Warding Breath is also pretty decent. It's not as great as Steady Breath. It's kind of niche to infantry units that have really good res. I'm looking at you, All the Dragons. I'm looking at you, Fjorm would be a great recipient to it. Even Dorcas or the Armors. Like, a lot of Armors could totally make use of Warding Breath. Not only that, he comes with a 4-turn cooldown Radiant Aether, so it makes him a lot better than the regular Aether. And of course, you're going to get an Earth Blessing if we do this. So you're not going to waste your time on Fire Emblem Heroes trying to summon on this 8% banner, which is legendary. But I can see that a lot of people are saying, well, if you go through and you summon on this banner over here, you have a chance of getting him. And he's currently on a banner right now, so why would you waste your votes? Well, to that I say, if you think about the appearance rates, 8%, if you divide that by color and how many characters, that's going to be less than 3% if you're going to be sniping for Radiant, legendary Ike. So, I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you on that one. So, let's take a look. Yeah, like I said, top 3. I love his Warding Breath. I think that's going to be amazing fodder. And of course, if I ever got only one of them, I wouldn't fodder him off. So, anyway, let's move on. So, here we go. Top 2. We made it, right? We made it through our list. Now, top 2, we're going to head over to green. And I think you know where I'm going with this one. My boy Hector. Oh ho! Hector has been one of the strongest and most versatile green units in the game ever since the game came out. when people found out that he had distant counter, oh my gosh, people were like, wait a second, hold on, this unit that can only attack from one space away attacks me back when I hit him with a ranged unit? Oh my gosh. And not only does he have the distant counter built into his weapon, like, no, sorry, he doesn't have the distant counter built into his weapon like Ike does, but he has distant counter that's passable to anyone else. So distant counter, there's a lot of units in the game that really unleash their true potential when they have that ace skill slot available on them. So some of you guys have never pulled a Hector. I think that this would be great for new players who start out right. And then it's like, hey, you get a free Hector. Oh, awesome, cool. You can use him to help you get through most of the game because of his distant counter and Armads. And of course, he's just awesome unit. I've been running Hector on my Armor Emblem team for the longest time. Slap Vantage on him. You could slap Quick Riposte on him. And he'll have like Quick Riposte like 6 or something crazy like that. He's really, really good. So there we go. He's going to be on my top 2. Now, who's going to beat Hector? It's arguable, right? It's a subjective list. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments. So, who's going to beat Hector? We're going to stay in green. We're going to stay in green right over here, and I'll show you the reason that I want my #1 spot. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Azura. Celebratory Spirit. All right, so how can Azura beat Hector? Mr. Oh-ho, Mr. Armads, Mr. Distant Counter Fodder for everyone. Well, I think in my opinion, I really, really like Azura, right? She's a great unit. She's a singer, for one. A singer is just so invaluable in the game, especially if you're trying to beat some grand hero battles, especially if you're just trying to bait in-game Infernal content, in-game Lunatic content, chain challenges, etc. Now, what's so special about her and why she bested Hector in my personal list is because she's a seasonal unit. You can snipe on greens all day and you can get a YOLO Hector. Trust me, it can happen. I see a lot of people say that, or at least they show me pictures on Twitter about that. You can get a YOLO Hector. I mean, he's not as rare. Right now, Celebratory Spirit, Azura, she was available for all of New Year's, so we had a good couple weeks time where she was available, and I couldn't pull her. I mean, big whoop, it doesn't matter. But the fact that she's no longer available, meaning she's a time-limited unit, she's a flyer, which is awesome. So, and she also has access to Sing. So if you're running Fire Emblem, go for it. If you have the Guidance Seal, you can use her with a whole bunch of armors and infantry to manipulate their movement all the way around, which is awesome. And at the same time, she has access to Earth Dance and Hone Flyers. Hone Flyers is a skill that's really, really rare as far as flyers go. So if you're trying to run that Fire Emblem team, she is awesome for you. If you already have one and you haven't pulled Hinoka for Hone Flyers or Halloween Nowi, then maybe you can fodder her off for Hone Flyers, but it's really a tough one. So I think it's not that big of a gap between Hector and New Year's Azura for me, but I had to put her over there simply because she's exclusive and she's gone. She's not in the gacha anymore. So anyway, that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. You guys can take a look over here at your battle ballot. Here are the heroes that you've chosen. You guys can see over here. So now this comes to a point where you have different strategies, all right? There are going to be people out there that don't even care. They're not going to vote at all right? There are also going to be people that really kind of pick and choose. Like, oh, well, I like Azura. I like Brave Ike. I like Winter Tharja. I like all the things that you listed in this list over here, Abdallah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you one vote for every single one of them. Yeah, that helps out. I mean, every vote counts, but when it comes down to it, if you are really passionate about one unit, when it comes to these kinds of votes, you need to spend every single one of your days voting for them. Now, there's a couple different strategies on that. Like I said, you can be one of the people that vote for a whole like cluster of different people, or one that just goes for like one thing. And honestly, we're all going to win by the end of the day. It really is about not being selfish. And it's not being about like thinking about yourself and your teams, but thinking about the community as a whole. Think that there's going to be a lot of new people that come on board and are going to be able to get this free person. It's going to be a Xenologue. So as soon as, I don't know, like let's think about the future here. If you think about the future and new players that come on board, what unit would be so helpful for them that they would breeze through the game and have a better time with it? And I feel that having a flying singer / dancer would be really, really good. And trust me, it's hard. It's hard to narrow it down from Legendary Ike, a free one for new players, or Hector with distant counter. Trust me, you can't go wrong with any of those three. And my predictions right now, when it comes down to the last 4 units, after 11 days like this, Hector's going to be up there. Vanguard Ike is going to be up there. Steady Breath, Brave Ike's going to be up there. And I'm really hoping that New Year's Azur makes it. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching my subjective list of Fire Emblem Heroes, A Hero Rises. I hope I informed you guys of what this ballot is really all about and how much it means to me and the entire Fire Emblem community. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys on the next one. Of course, if you did find this video helpful, definitely smash the like button and subscribe for even more. We're going to be doing some more summonings a little bit later now that we got our free orbs. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be super cool. So if you guys like more Fire Emblem content, definitely click on screen over here so you can watch our entire playlist. Right over here is our newest video on our channel. Of course, some recommendations that way, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're updated on all the latest and greatest Fire Emblem Heroes content and everything Nintendo. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.